Hey guys! Well, as we all know, there's a rumor going out that blue therapy is fake. Yes. So according to Andy Amadi, who is the brain behind blue therapy, he said that they are actually dating in real life, but the therapist Dennis is actually an actress, but Shoma is an aspiring actress also. And he also said this is a reality show. So whether it's real or fake, enjoy it. So let's get right into the video.
Right, I'm going to ask you both to just give me some idea how your life routine was before you got together. So,
Well, speaking for myself, of course, I went to work, I got back, I worked on my business. Sometimes I would go and see Paul, obviously do the whole cooking here and there, and he would cook for me. And, you know, if I was in a dirty environment, I would try and clean up, but that's pretty much it. I didn't feel as though there was an obligation to do these things. I didn't feel like it was my duty to cook, for example, you know.
and how was your daily routine?
Literally up in the morning, out with a few clients, come back, working a few more clients online, food preps. So I'll probably prep for like the next 4 to 5 days, something like that. Tidy
Face though.
Right. So, how has this changed since you've moved in together?
I'm his chef and his cleaner.
That's how you feel.
Yes, it is how I feel. I've got a busy schedule as well, but Paul likes it when he gets home from work and food is ready. Since I've moved in with Paul, he now wants me to cook every time I have time.
Typical Nigerian
In the
man.
morning,
Yeah.
in the evening, in the afternoon, every second weekends when I come back from work. Honestly speaking, he was eating prior to me moving in, so I don't understand what's going on. It wasn't takeout, you were cooking, so why don't you cook? And the thing is with him, he likes fresh
She's
meals.
beautiful.
I'm not gonna cook for you every day, I'm not your chef. Again, I'm a Nigerian woman, I don't mind submitting to my husband or my boyfriend,
Yeah.
and I understand the importance of feeding him, but Paul eats meal preps. He eats rubbish, bland food, unseasoned food. And I don't mind doing that, maybe on a Sunday evening, but he would like me to prepare these horrible dishes every single day.
At any time, do you ever eat the same meal together?
Let me tell you one of my biggest problems. He's kind of denounced our cultural foods.
Oh,
Yes. So he has issues with the fact it's oily, even though he eats ice cream and he has takeout. He finds it too heavy. You don't have to eat it during the week, but on Sundays,
he's a
for
junk
example,
guy or
we can have
something.
a dinner. We could have some African dishes and that's one of the reasons he actually fell in love with me, my cooking. And all of a sudden now it's too fresh or it's too heavy and it's too fatty. There's too many calories in these dishes for him.
have you always watched the calories and your weight,
Definitely not.
presumably, if you're watching the calories? Or is this a new scenario?
It's a very good question. I feel like Choma is very selfish.
What?
What's funny?
How am I selfish? Because I want to cook for you.
Okay, but what's funny though?
The fact you just said I'm selfish,
So
what does
when
that
you were
mean?
talking, I wasn't laughing.
No, well, first of all, I'm not
I
selfish.
feel,
I would like to cook for him,
like
but he
he
makes it very
found that
difficult
part
to cater
offensive,
for
like
him
when
I'm
he
busy
brought
as
him
well.
out, like
Based on
he
the
like
question she
eating all
asked,
those
in
kind
terms
of
of my
wrong
food history,
Yeah.
you basically have knowledge of it. You know, I don't know you to tell you anything about myself, but here we are. I'll give you a tiny bit of background. So I actually went through depression at a stage, and food was my outlet. So at that time, you know, if I was going through stress or anything, I used to eat, and that was just me making myself feel happy for the short term, but damaging my own body in the long term. It actually took me quite a while to, you know, lose the weight, get into shape. And, you know, since I've kind of got back onto track, I've been very basically religious and strict with my workouts, you know, my diet and stuff like that. You know, I literally have a board in a room which shows, you know, what I plan to eat. This is something that I take very seriously.
I feel bad. I feel like I've let him down
I can't really
in some
understand
way.
why
I don't
this
understand
guy
why
is
he didn't
actually
feel comfortable enough to speak to me about it. And it really does upset me that, you know, I'm hearing about it for the first time in our therapy session.
I didn't tell Choma about my depression because I feel like, first of all, it's something that's very sensitive and personal. and at the same time, she can be quite insensitive as well. So, you know, if I'm just going to just kind of give off something just like that, it's easy for her to kind of use that to manipulate and potentially push my buttons, basically, and I wasn't going to have that.
And just excuse, were you doing this when you were together?
Can I just point something out? This is my problem with him. So he's just expressed something to you that he's never expressed to me. I had no idea that he was depressed and used food as an outlet. You've never, for once, told me that, and we've been together 3 years. So of course, me wanting to make you traditional food is gonna come across selfish if I don't know this knowledge. To me, he wants me to do meal preps. You wanna live a healthy lifestyle, which is absolutely fine. But the fact that you used to cook before and now you don't want to cook is what I'm complaining about. I had no idea that you were depressed, babe. Like, you could have easily said that to me. We could have had a conversation about this and I would never bring it up.
Okay. So let's look at it like this, right? Okay. I used to cook for you, right?
Yes, you did.
What did I used to cook?
He would make like rice, some stew, chicken.
Do you see me eating that now? Let me ask you a question. If you know that the way I've kind of changed my food and lifestyle has made me into the man that I am, and if you're happy with what you have, why would you does this... Okay, look, okay, babe.
It doesn't make sense.
Look at me, look at me.
Driving out.
Not in a cocky way, but just look at me.
What does that mean?
Do you like what you see?
When I met him, he was fat.
Oh, really?
Yes, so he started gymming.
Okay.
Yeah, and my African dishes, these fatty dishes, also built you to the man you are today, correct?
African
you
dishes.
loved it.
The majority
correct?
of African dishes are filled with carbs. Muscles are built based on protein, so technically speaking,
Well,
that's
you
wrong.
can eat beans. You can eat beans and yam porridge. You can eat all these things. Can you not?
Yeah.
I feel like with Choma's diet, she doesn't take it seriously. You know, considering what I do, the people I work with, and the results that I get, the results I've got for myself, I think that should kind of motivate her to want to take her diet more seriously. But she doesn't, and that's basically a red flag to me. Like, how are we gonna work?
I'm not even trying to make it every single day. That's the thing. I'm not trying to make him eat that every single day. For me, I just want it to be incorporated in our lifestyle. If we have children, my kids are going to eat these things. I hope you know. And I hope they're even addicted to pounded yam. If you don't like it, that's your business. You can live on your meal prep, your bland chicken, and is it what's it, cauliflower and broccoli. If you like that, you can eat that.
We have touched on it before, but I'd like to just bring it back for the moment. The trust issue. Who'd like to start on that one?
So Deborah claims that she doesn't trust me, which is, what's the word for it? Mind-boggling, because I feel like trust is so important in a relationship. If she doesn't trust me, why exactly are we in this relationship, honestly?
Have you ever given her a reason not to trust you?
Never.
Excuse me?
Before, I don't think there's actually a particular time, well, there's actually never.
So you never lied and said that you were somewhere and you were somewhere else?
No, I never.
Memory loss, sounds like.
What are you talking about?
So Jamel told me that he was training a client.
Which I
and
was.
Actually, he wasn't. He was just at his boy's house. Now, he wasn't actually doing anything wrong, but you said you were training a client, but you were at your friend's house. It's just little things like that. It's dishonesty, and
It's
it
not
really
really a
didn't
big
have to
deal.
happen to me. You could have just said that you were
That's
at
the
your
only
boy's house.
example.
That's it.
Was there a reason why you didn't say where you were?
I literally went to go and collect some equipment. That was the only reason, and I went back to my training my client.
No.
Yes.
That's not what he told me. Now it's a different story, because you said that actually you wanted to train him that day, but then you ended up chilling. So then now you're saying that you... Okay, well, his story is just not adding up, you know? Like, I don't want to talk about that. Jamel is just too dodgy. Like, we're always having female issues. There's too many females around him, whether it's Clubhouse or his fitness, we're just always having issues about it, and that actually increases the trust issues that we have, and more reason why I'm always seeking to find out like where he's going or what he's doing.
I think you did mention before that some of his
Insecure.
ladies that he trains you're not happy with.
One time I decided to stop off and pick up Jamel from one of his training sessions in Brixton, and you know, he didn't expect me to come up, but I went upstairs and I was just like hovering around, and I wasn't really understanding the kind of contact that he was having with some of the females. It was a little bit close. Yeah, it was too close for me. And yeah, that's another thing that he does that I find, you know, quite strange.
Is that within the realms of your job, though?
With contact, I rarely touch any client. I feel that's literally a PT protocol, like you never touch them.
I don't think you were touching. I would just say, you know, just the interaction, the verbals. Like I could hear what you guys were speaking about, and it wasn't entirely about training.
So what was it about? If you...
You know what you were speaking about with that girl. Like, let me not even name drop, because you're not gonna want that, okay? So you know what you were doing. Jamal.
I feel like you're just so fixated on something. I feel that's the issue with Deborah. Once she kind of has her mind set on something, that is it. And there's no change in that. I feel like it's a bit too much. It's overbearing, honestly.
So,
Denise, can I? You're familiar with palm oil, right?
with
Palm oil?
palm oil, yes.
Yeah. Do you eat it at all?
I don't know.
Why?
I've never used it in cooking, so
It's quite bad for you, actually. It's quite bad for your inside. So, but at the same time, if you know, to be fair, if you did use it in cooking in terms of, well, proportionately, you know, if you weigh it, stuff like that,
Something
people don't do
is
that,
so
but
good.
if you did, then maybe you'd be able to
you know,
calculate what you're eating. So in theory, what I'm
After
trying to
that
say
experience,
is,
now
I
it's
don't
scary.
have an issue with African dishes, but if the calories are not calculated, you're just filling your gut and you don't even know what's going on with your body.
You do have an issue with African dishes, because if you're talking about calories, like I said before, he eats ice cream, he eats donuts,
It's calculated.
he eats donuts, and he
calculated.
also eats takeout, so pizza,
Calculated.
etc.
It's calculated.
I don't need to calculate. Did your mum calculate when she was making you African dishes?
Oh my.
These foods are not calculated. I calculate with my eyes. So I know how much palm oil I put in there. I know how much oil and ingredients and Maggi I need to put in these dishes. My ancestors never calculated. My mum didn't calculate, nor did my grandma. Nobody that taught me how to make my traditional food is not calculated.
But is there some way that maybe you could prepare the food in a more healthy way that would be more suited to the way Paul wants to eat?
I'm not going to remix
should
jollof
prepare
rice
his
and
food
remix
himself.
pounded yam and F4.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remix
More
that.
rice, there was a
That's
way
how
they
it's
do it, like
supposed to taste.
small. It's not
Remix
like
it becomes something else.
But there must surely there's a way that you could work together to find food that works for both of you.
I think he's just become bougie. I think for him, he feels like eating these kinds of food makes him look bad, or you feel some type of way, maybe eating with your hands. Is that what it is?
I disagree.
So I've actually realised that Paul's got an issue with African dishes. We're Nigerian. We grew up on these foods, so I'm a bit confused. I can't
Look
eat
at
African
herself,
food every
like
single day.
the outcome.
But I wish to incorporate it into our lives and our dishes. You know, I am African. I'm proud to be African. I'm proud to be Nigerian, and I'm proud of the dishes I cook.
When we first started dating, right, you know, we used to, I remember I took her to this restaurant in Peckham. It's called Lolak, or Lolake. There's that. When we go there, we're getting down. It's kind of like a
facial
real
reactions,
bush. Let's say bush, but kind of, you know, you get down, you use your hands and all that stuff. But when you kind of think about it, you know, if I'm wearing a 2K suit, do I want to be in Peckham Market?
This is a problem.
No, I probably want to be Piccadilly Circus.
So in other words, you're saying that I'm bush.
I'm not saying I'm bush,
Because
but
we go out to high-end restaurants. I would still love to eat pounded yam and efforiro. It's always going to be a part of me.
no, that's
What I am telling you, Paul, babe, is that we eat it, we incorporate it into our lifestyle. We don't have to denounce it. For what? For steak? What are you talking about? These things are two different things.
What I'm saying
You don't need to
here-
wear 2K suit. You can wear jeans. He's pissing me off. You can wear tracksuits.
Yeah, but what
Do you
I'm-
dress like this 24/7?
Як же хочеться бути як хочеться. Хочеться іноді пуститись.
I'm not wearing clothes 24/7.
So growing up, my mum and my grandma actually taught me how to cook all these dishes that I make now. I'm not going to disrespect them by quantifying and measuring every single ingredient that I put into it. For me, this is how it's supposed to taste and this is how it's supposed to be made. This whole westernized way of cooking, that's how they make their dishes.
Shoma, what is coming over here is that you both have a different plan. And at some point, if you were to both get onto each other's page,
Preach.
it would be an easier solution.
Period.
There's no period and there's no
Yeah.
so stop doing that because that's patronising. Okay? He's exaggerating. He's telling you like I want him to eat palm oil every single day. I don't do
It's
that.
not possible, actually.
No, I don't fry palm oil every day.
No. I'm getting a tiny bit pissed off. Let's think about this now. All right, let me give you a case scenario, right? So, let's say I'm up in, give or take, Mayfair, training a client, huge mansion, right? Now I'm preaching, you know, eat healthy, be fit. Come on, let's go. 5 more reps, right? I get home, we've got the fucking Afrobeats whiz kid pumping in the house, yeah? Chumba's there dancing around, frying oil in a fucking pot. What the hell? There's a fucking spray that you can spray to calculate the thing. I've told her this a million times. You come in the house to fucking play a whiz kid like we're in a fucking village. What type of crap is that?
I like Afrobeats.
I love Afrobeats.
I also listen to other genres. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't eat palm oil every day. I don't know what house you're going to, but I don't eat palm oil every day. I would like to eat these heavy foods maybe on a Sunday. I also eat steak and salmon and sea bass and everything else that he eats, just seasoned, all right? What I'm trying to say is the fact Paul does not like African dishes. We are both Nigerian. Do you understand that? We come from a place. So he's denounced his culture all for his Mayfair clients.
Yeah.
This is my issue.
You
Not
want to
that
be
I
a
want him
wife.
to do it every single day.
With the greatest respect, the Mayfair clients aren't in your house.
So why does he come home with that same attitude then?
Choma has this whole kind of Afrocentric type of, go back to Africa, I'm African and I'm proud. Yeah, we're all proud to be African, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, we're in London right now. Like, let's get with the program.
What I'm saying?
Do you understand? Africa, yeah, we could do that another time. But right now we're here. Let's get to grips of what's
So it
going on.
means that you can just forget the
Most of
culture and all
people you
that.
train, do you actually know them?
There's a couple.
Yes. Sorry.
So guys, hope you enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below your opinion. Bye.